Alrighty guys, what's up? This is Invader1 and I'm back guys with the Batarian / Adept. It's one of the new characters that were just released guys, and I know you guys have been asking for him. Now I did test him out a little bit, and I gotta be honest with you, I went with one build and went with the other one. I played this guy on the first day, and it took me a little long to get a video out to you guys because I was taking time with the family, with a few friends and all that, so sorry for the delay. Alright, so anyways, Merry Christmas to all you guys. And by the way, the reason this guy is called I Was Wrong is because on the video with the drill infiltrator, I said that I wasn't sure about this guy having slash and this and that. I didn't really say anything negative about him. I wasn't sure about him. Now after playing with him guys, this guy's awesome. I really like him. And let's talk about the power build now. If this is platinum gameplay, as you guys, as always. The only thing is that if you feel like you want to rock platinum with this guy, you don't feel as comfortable with him being this tanky, even though with 3 points on fitness he is 1050 health, 1050 shields, then you can max out his fitness and just go out of Batarian Enforcer. Like, do not put anything on his passes. The thing about that is that you lose some power damage on the cluster grenades and on the warp and his lash power. But they're still powerful enough. They still do biotic explosions in combination. So you're set to go. Now let's talk about this a little, guys. I set this guy up without lash at first. I just did warp and then cluster grenades, Batarian Enforcer, fitness, and I realized on platinum, guys, that does not roll. It just does not roll because right now, due to the fact that the acolyte it's pretty much back to the way it was in the beginning, a lot of you guys are not that comfortable with that setup, with how to use it. So in reality, you don't have anything to stagger phantoms unless you're constantly using the Falcon or some other kind of weapon. So to stagger or to do anything against phantoms, you need lash, guys. And I realized after doing this, this is actually great to have lash with it. And I've always liked lash actually, but not like, for example, with certain characters, the Batarian Vanguard made no sense to me to have lash. It made no sense, but this guy does make sense. So let's go through lash. I really like lash on this guy, and you'll see how I actually use him. Now let's go through it. You're gonna want a rank 4 detonate. This way you can actually detonate biotic explosions, characters that are prime. You can actually detonate characters yourself between warp and lash. If you warp a character, or even if you use the biotic grenade and then you use lash, they will detonate, they will explode, and you'll see that here in this gameplay. Also on rank 5, damage over time, guys, always like that. They're constantly being killed. This has DOT, and it really does work. And I do like it. So, I always recommend the recharge speed is not even necessary. You're good with damage over time. Even with the shotgun that I'm going to be using in this game, it's still really good. Shield penetration, guys, this is what makes lash worthwhile. Shield penetration. With this you could pick up phantoms, this you could pick up hunters, and you'll see that in this gameplay for sure. So lash, guys, definitely the way to go with this guy. Warp, this is going to be traditional. You're going to want to go with detonate always because he is a biotic. Go with expose and then go with the traditional pierce. This would actually make you really good if you use warp first and then a shotgun or an assault rifle with him. Cluster grenades, guys. This is the way you're going to want to roll with him. You're going to want to go, instead of radius, go for force and damage in rank 4. But instead of max grenades, go for damage combo. Okay, so if you have a character that's lifted by the cluster grenade, then you can use lash on them. They'll detonate. You get a biotic explosion. This is what makes it happen. This is part of that. Now also rank 6, force and damage, guys. So you're definitely going to want to go. I mean, it's nice to have extra grenades, but you could also go use the grenade capacity 5. I go with damage combo, guys. This is just the way to go. Force and damage makes his grenades really good. So actually, let's look at the damage. 1162.50. The force is 2325, which is absolutely amazing. And already the meter, it's 4-meter radius, so it's really good. On Batarian Enforcer, normally Batarians, I always go with weapon damage because they're really good. And look at the spare ammunition by 5%. These are the good bonuses about Batarians. They're really good weapons class. But this guy, you actually want damage and capacity. You want his grenades to be more powerful. You want his lash to be more powerful. You want his warp to be more powerful. So you definitely want to put power damage. Now, for fitness, as you can see, 3 points gives you 1050. Again, for you guys just getting into platinum or want an alternate build so you can survive a little bit more, even though 1050 health and 1050 shields is good, with a cyclonic modulator on this guy, you're set to go. Now, for the consumables, guys, I definitely recommend Grenade Capacity 5 and Cyclonic Modulator just to make him a little bit more tankier. For his weapons, I definitely recommend something like the shotgun that I'm using. I'm using the Rieger or the Wraith, guys. The Wraith is really really good with him. And if you do not like the shotguns, guys, then definitely go for an assault rifle like the Harrier or something like a Saber. Not too heavy though. Just you don't want to go too heavy, but he still is able to manage himself, even though he can rock heavier weapons. But I just what I recommend is to go with a shotgun like the Wraith or something like this with the Rieger carbine, which actually allows you to strip shields at the same time, and with incendiary rounds and warp, you could do some really good damage over time. So yeah, guys, let's talk about this a little bit. So I was talking about, I was saying that you could actually detonate biotic explosions with him. You will see a lot of that here. I'm constantly either using the biotic grenades, lifting the targets, and then doing a lash, or you could just use lash on the targets just to bring them into you and kind of Rieger them in the face. So at first I was really just using this guy with just warp and grenades, and it was kind of lame. It was a little boring. It really was, and at the same time, even though it was okay, it was okay, it was a good build, but at the same time, when the Phantom started coming out on Platinum, guys, I just had an issue. I had no way to stagger them. I didn't have the Falcon or the Scorpion. You could rock the Scorpion again, but with characters that have Lash, there's no need. There really is no need. If you have a character that has Lash, you should not need the Acolyte. You should not need the Falcon or the Scorpion, because Lash allows you to pick up Phantoms and just mess them up. Now, mind you, I think the exception to that may be the Scorpion, because the Scorpion actually you can hurt multiple Phantoms at one time, so that may be the exception. But in all honesty, with a guy like this, if you have Lash, he's actually very versatile. I like the fact that he has Warp, so you could actually debuff enemies, and then they take a massive amount of weapon damage after that. I also like the fact that he's got these biotic grenades. Now, they're not the most powerful biotic grenades in the game. They're not. But they're still really good. They're still really good, and you can do biotic explosions in between all that, guys. So, as you can see, you will be able to see it here. There are quite a few detonations. There are times that I lift grenade a target, then use lash on them, detonate them, or you can just do warp on a target and then use lash. It'll detonate him. So he actually does have some synergy between his powers, which is really really good. And he's a Batarian, so you can still go around and do some Batarian heavy melees, which is absolutely great. This is not a melee build, but at least you have a pretty decent melee and some good damage reduction because of that. So if you want to use them that way. And at the same time, look at this. The lash actually helps you to stagger enemies, especially on Platinum, where you have, you'll get a few phantoms, and you'll get some, you get a whole bunch of hunters, and pretty much every kind of enemy that can be picked up, that has the shielded enemies that can be picked up through lash, except for armor targets. You can do something like this, and you can see, and it's a lot of fun, guys. It's definitely a lot of fun to have this kind of build. So yeah, first I spec'd out a lash, and then I realized playing, and mind you, again, you guys may not be playing Platinum. I think most of you guys are probably playing Gold, probably playing Silver and Bronze. That's fine. But as you guys know, again, you guys know this already, I do it on Platinum, so you guys can see how these characters manage on various enemies. And at the same time, because hey, if it works on Platinum, right, it'll work on Gold. It'll work on the other difficulties. So this build works, guys, and this game, by the way, this is Goddess Platinum, and if you didn't know this already, guys, Goddess Platinum is definitely difficult. It's definitely tough, only because the map is a little laggy. It has a lot of frame rate issues, so you get a lot of video lag. There's a lot of issues with this map on Platinum because there's just so much stuff going on. So we had a little bit of difficulties. We actually got a partial extraction at the end, so apologize about that. But I didn't want to lose this gameplay because actually it was really really good, and everybody had a good time. We actually did this first because this is our second try on this map, and we were upset because we kind of wiped on wave 7 because we had a disconnection issue. My buddy Rage got disconnected, and then I think one of the other guys was getting so much lag that we just just could not continue. It was so rough. So we were upset. Say we just started playing angry and we just rocked it. So yeah, guys, the Batarian slasher, definitely gets an A, not an A plus, but an A in my book, and I do like him. I do like him, and this is the cool thing, right? Because he's got grenades, so his grenades are not as powerful. Let's say like the Krogans, or even the any of the Krogan grenades, but even though they're not as powerful, they're still really good. They can definitely stagger enemies. They can definitely just prime them too. So they're really good. They're not the greatest grenades, but he does seem kind of balanced because of it. So he's got some good grenades. Plus he's got warp, so you can actually put a nice weapon on him. Semi-heavy weapon. Do some good damage, so you could use warp and a weapon combo. And he's got lash. So normally, guys, I really don't talk highly about lash, even though I do like the power. But I really do like lash. Actually, it's just I don't recommend it in all characters except for like the Phoenix Adepts. The Phoenix Vanguard, even the Phoenix Vanguard, I actually spec out a lash. But the Phoenix Adept, yeah, I always keep lash on him because it just kind of works, right? So here, as you can see, guys, we're running through it. We're having a good time, and you know what? I'm gonna personal note, guys, just so you guys know who I'm playing with here. I have Bechter. He's playing with me here, and you guys have seen him maybe one other time in another gameplay. He's from the Xbox speedrunning group, the Team Arelix. He used to be part of Team Arelix when the team was around. So he's a really cool guy, and just really fun to play with. And I'm gonna see if maybe he might be interested in maybe creating some speedrunning guides for you guys. The other thing is, guys, that I'm also playing with Elite Danny here. For those of you guys that do not know, do not go to the forums, because most of you guys don't, and that's totally fine. But the Bioware social network are the forums for this game. And Elite Danny here is OneTrueShot from the forums. So he is the OneTrueShot guy. He actually, he's the guy who does all these. They call him the prophet, the prophet of Bioware, the prophet of the people. Definitely taking out time to predict what new release is going to happen, what DLC is going to come out, and he's always been accurate. And I won't reveal his sources here as to how he is so accurate in regards to how he knows when new DLC is coming out. He's told me, so I know, so that's fine. But at the same time, I'm not gonna reveal it. But yeah, so you guys know, whichever one of you guys actually goes to the forum and knows and hears about OneTrueShot, who he does all these like predictions and stuff for new DLC and all. Well, that's him. That's who I'm gaming with right now. We just started playing just recently and just had nothing but a good time. And he's really cool. He's been very fun to play with and to game with, and rock a few games with him. So, but anyways, guys, going back here, the kind of guns I recommend with him, I'm using the Rieger, guys. I haven't been giving the Rieger a lot of love, and as a matter of fact, I've been playing with the Volus Vanguard, guys, on Platinum, and he is Platinum worthy. Oh my God, I have some gameplay, guys, but I don't think it's worthy to show you guys just yet. I did get full extractions on those, but amazingly enough, the Volus constantly getting full extraction, doing really good on Platinum. But I think I need to I did the gameplay, the second gameplay I did with him. I didn't have the right mods on the gun, and so I want to make sure I redo it. So I will try to redo that and hopefully get that to you guys by tomorrow, maybe sometime this weekend. I'm definitely gonna have it early. Well, not early, but meaning before Christmas time. So, guys, the Volus Vanguard, really good, and here I'm giving a love to the Rieger. You guys rarely see me play the Rieger Carbine, but the Rieger Carbine makes sense for a character like this, because you could get the damage over time if you use incendiary rounds, or you could use other rounds like Phasix or something like explosive rounds. I'm not a big fan of explosive rounds, but they're pretty decent with a Rieger. But pretty much it's because he has that warp combo. It really works. And you'll be noticing here, my buddy Bechter here, he's also using the Batarian slasher, so we're actually detonating each other's each other's combos. So he's sometimes he'll use warp, and I am using lash, or sometimes he'll warp somebody and I lash somebody. So you can actually combo with each other. So this is the whole thing about this guy, is that this character is really well rounded. I mean, and he's got the bonuses of being tanky. Just with 3 points, guys, he's got 1,050 health, 1,050 shield. So in reality, this guy is worthwhile. He really rocks it. He does it. He does what he needs to do. Now, also, guys, this game only took 24 minutes. It was a really short platinum game. So sorry about that. The video's almost 30 minutes, but that's only because I was just narrating in the beginning. Try to give you guys a little bit more detail on the character, on the build. But we actually, rocked this game. Unfortunately, towards the end, we had a partial extraction, but still, we made it. This character, this Batarian slasher, was able to really rock it. This is a tough man for platinum, but he's a beast. He's definitely a beast, and he actually has good synergy with all the biotic characters. Now, warp works. Lash works, it detonates. If you have somebody with Reeve, Justicar, you have, a Drell anywhere, you can lash. You can lash, you can warp. Even his biotic grenades are just will detonate everything. So this is why I recommend this build, because you can actually detonate your own explosions, and you could also detonate other enemies or other characters explosions. So you could be a team player and at the same time be extremely effective. So this is the way to go, guys. And you can see, look at this lash, bring them in, stagger them. Phantoms, lash, just try to get him in. And if it doesn't work, here I made a mistake. I didn't want to whip out the missile. But anyways, if the Phantom at the moment is crouched down or whatever, just wait a moment and then just lash her as soon as she starts moving. So you can bring her over to you and you could just Rieger her in the face. And you see here, look at these explosions that are happening between myself and Bechter. So there's really good synergy even between two Batarians. So if you have two Batarians, you have some really good synergy between them. So guys, I definitely recommend to spec into Lash. It's a very good power for him. It's definitely platinum worthy. As a matter of fact, I recommend it for platinum. Like that, you can survive, phantom waves. You can survive waves of hunters. You could just pick them up as soon as they reveal themselves, or you could just use the Rieger on their face and kind of reveal them, and then you could just lash them, bring them over to you, and it does damage over time. So you're getting the damage over time of the lash already. So that's, in all honesty, the way I recommend to go. Look at this. Phantom, lash, and grenade. He's got really good synergy. If you don't get the Phantom, you use lasher, and you do not finish killing her off, or then you could just use a grenade to kind of mess her up and finish her off. So look, you could do some fire explosions if you saw that. So I just used incinerate on my Rieger, and the lash actually detonates. So this is why I recommend Lash into him, because you could actually detonate quite a few explosions. You can definitely do that with Warp, guys. But Lash has a faster recharge speed, and at the same time, Lash does a few things that it also staggers the enemy. You will not be able to stagger the enemy with a Warp. So this way, look at this, lashed in. Lashed again. She's like, wait a second, I want to hit you. And look, I just dropped her. So, guys, Lash really makes sense with this guy, and I have to keep on saying that because I kind of made the mistake of not going for it at first and thinking, man, warp and grenades, but then I started playing with him platinum like this, and I'm just like, whoa, wait a second, hold on, there's something here. And I actually do like Lash on him, and normally I don't like Lash on characters that are not the Phoenix characters, but what can I say, he makes it work, and the Byron actually mixed some really decent powers. I'm glad they gave him grenades. He needed the biotic grenades for sure. So if you do want to spec him out, guys, just like a weapons guy, you could just do warp and grenades, but in all honesty, that's a little boring. For that, you could just go right ahead and I mean, you already have you already have the Batarian soldier, so why go that way? You might as well, and you might as well just go ahead and spec into Lash, so like that you can drop some phantoms. Look at this. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. And now it's annoying for everybody else who who has to see you pick up enemies. Now if you have somebody who's a sniper in the team, they're not gonna like Lash. They're not gonna like you lashing something away from them. So that's one thing, but in all honesty, I think this guy benefits a lot from Lash, and I just, I was really wrong in the beginning, thinking that, hey, we don't, you shouldn't spec out of it. I mean, you should just spec out of it, but nope, he works. And with all these other bonuses, guys, he actually works great as an adept. I think he is, in all honesty, I'm enjoying this guy more than when the Batarian, I'm sorry, when the Krogan adept came out. Krogan adept has been a little boring for me. I mean, he's cool, he's whatever, he's a Krogan. He can do biotic explosions, he's got warp, he's got, shockwave, whatever. But, it's like, no big deal, if I want to use a Krogan, I use the Krogard or the Sentinel or the Soldier. Those are my favorites. My favorite is actually the Sentinel, right after the Krogan Soldier. So, this guy, it's a lot more fun for me than the actual Krogan Adept, which is surprise, surprise, right? I would have thought that the Krogan would have been a lot more fun, but nope. This guy's a lot more fun, and he gets these really good bonuses. Even with his grenade not being that strong, he's still a beast. So I recommend him for sure. I think you guys will have a lot of fun with him. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been playing with him already. I've got quite a few messages from you guys saying, hey, so, stop geeking out on the Mass Effect trilogy playthrough. And by the way, just so you guys know, I'm not playing the playthrough every day. I do schedule out the videos, so don't think that if you see a video from me on the trilogy, for the trilogy playthrough that I'm doing, that it means, oh well, Invader's not paying attention to the build videos. No, that's not it, guys. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll schedule it out for you guys, so you guys are not getting spammed with tons of videos. Because it is annoying just having to, if you upload like 1,000 videos in a day, I mean, unless it's various games, I'm not XCal, guys. I'm not doing all these games. I'm doing quite a few other games that I'm gonna start doing playthroughs on. Obviously Halo 4 was one of them, and I'm going to start doing a lot more Halo 4 stuff. I've been a little lazy there, but I am gonna make it work. But there's a few other games that I'm going to start doing playthroughs on, and that's fine. But just so you guys know, I'm not playing the Mass Effect trilogy every day. So if you see a video with the Mass Effect trilogy and you think, oh man, and I haven't posted a build video, it does not mean that I'm just like not caring or whatever. Just things are happening, and I do quite a few other things. And this week and my personal life has been absolutely amazing. Just so many amazing things have been going on. Just so many open doors. A lot of things have been happening. I've been meeting some amazing people, and at the same time, just so you guys know, I've been working for the last 3 years. Okay, just on my business, on my own personal life. Because I do want to succeed in quite a few things, and it's looking as if those things are happening. And I've been through quite a bit, guys. Not to whip out the violin and have you guys pity me or anything. Not at all. Actually, I've been through quite a bit in my life, and maybe one day you guys get to find out more about that. But in all honesty, I've been working quite hard to become a successful businessman and have a successful business, and we'll see how that works out. But at the same time, I am enjoying doing this, and hopefully I'll be able to also create video games in the future, guys. So we'll see how that works out. Can't that's the future. Can't predict that. Can't predict anything. Who knows? Maybe my life will go totally different. I don't know. Maybe I'll be an Olympic medalist or something. Yeah, right. So going back to this, guys. So this gameplay, guys, I really enjoyed it. I was a little upset because I made a few mistakes here. I really did made a few noobish mistakes. I do like Goddess. You know what's funny? Even though this map is so laggy, I actually do like it. I really do like it, and everybody who plays with me, they're like, "Man, what is up with you in this map?" Like, I don't know. I think it's really cool. It has all these open areas. It looks really cool. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's designed beautifully, and it could be a little better. I understand that the map could be a little better. It could be less laggier, and you could have a little bit more cover. But I don't know. I guess I like this map. So we got messed up the first time around, and we played this game, and we wanted to kick all the Reapers' asses and all the Geth, and forget it. It was just absolutely insane. So we did it, guys. We did it. Just I didn't extract. I will tell you that much now. And I rarely post up a video when I don't extract, because I want you guys to see that, hey, I can make it. But this time, I said okay. It was at the end. And it was towards extraction, so that is fine. And then you could also see my buddy Bechter use the Batarian slasher also for those last few seconds, and he's using a wraith combination, so I definitely recommend a shotgun with him. As you can see, he's actually he rocks the wraith. The wraith is really, really good with him, and you can see him play for a little bit. So the Batarian slasher actually impressed me a little bit. He kind of took me off guard because I really was not expecting him to be really good. After the Krogan Adept came out, I mean, he was okay. You guys know I rocked the Krogan Adept versus Collectors on the first day. That was just crazy. People thought I was insane because I do a lot of these platinum runs. And I know you guys be like, man, what's up with Invader with all these platinum runs? It's just that I like playing on the hardest difficulty, guys, and I really, sometimes I don't even, I'm so used to it, I don't really recognize or notice that like some of the people I play with, I don't always like platinum. I really didn't realize that. So even right now, Bechter was telling me on this game, is like, yeah, I'm really not into platinum. I'm like, he doesn't really like it, and I'm just like, really? I didn't realize that. I did not even know that. But people will play platinum with me because whatever, they know I'll play platinum, they know I could handle it, they know they could handle it when they're we're playing as a team and all that, so they still do it. But not everybody likes it or enjoys it as much. So I totally get that. You want to go down to the gold gameplay, that is totally fine. I do play gold here and there, guys, mostly with pugs. This last week actually, I'm pretty sure you guys, a lot of you guys must have seen me. I was actually in pug lobbies quite a bit, and I do notice when people ready up a little differently when I'm there, though. That's one thing that I actually realized that a lot of people were recognizing me in the lobbies, and they'll switch their characters or classes up, and it's just really interesting. It makes for interesting gameplay, and then I'll get messages after the fact like, "Oh, you're that Invader 1 guy." Oh, yeah. I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "What's going on? Yeah, what's up? Let's play." And it's a bunch of fun games. I've been getting a lot of that this week, which is very different, very new to me, guys. It's just very weird for me to people actually recognize me in a game that has so many players. So, but anyways, guys, the Batarian Slasher Adept definitely has synergy. He has synergy between his own powers. He has synergy between other players' powers. So you could bring him into an Adept team, and he'll be detonating everything. And he'll be setting up his own detonations. He'll be priming his own biotic explosions. Now, this is where I messed up. I went here, I got a little excited. I saw a big spawn there, and I'm just like, all right, let's just finish it up, guys. Let's just kill it. Let's just kill the extraction. And then all of a sudden, I come back here, I get stuck on the wall, and roar! I got magnet-handed. Oh, that's what happened. So yeah. I got magnet-handed right there. I got stuck on that stupid ammo box. But still, guys, I said, well, I usually don't like to show a gameplay that I don't extract. Just so you guys could show that, hey, we handle it. We still handle it, guys. This team can roll. So, and my buddy Rage hasn't even played Platinum in so long. He just started playing Platinum recently, and still, we were able to handle it, do it. It's just that this last extraction wave on this map is so hard because the spawn points are all over the place and it's kind of open, so it's very hard to take cover here, especially with phantoms running around. You have primes, you have everything kind of just messing you up. So definitely made it difficult. And here you can see my buddy Bechter just trying so hard to survive. So this map is really tough on Platinum. It really is, due to the lag issues, and at the same time, it's just one of those situations where the map is open. So we did get a partial extraction. 2 of us extracted, 2 of us didn't. But guys, still, the Batarian Slasher Adept makes it happen. I do recommend Lash with him. I do recommend all his power bonuses. He is going to detonate stuff. He is going to blow things up. And I actually like him. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. If you have any recommendations for anything else, guys, definitely put it forward. Invader 1 out, and catch you guys on the next video.